Yo, what up guys, it's your boy Legendary here, and today people, we have another deck profile for you guys. Today we are going to have Kaito Tenjo, not Arc 5 Kaito, but Zale Tenjo. Sorry, not Zale Tenjo, Kaito Tenjo from Zale. I'm going to be doing his deck profile today, updated with all the new support he's gotten over the years, everything that's currently out in the TCG. This is a TCG deck profile, so no OCG cards that came out for him are going to be in here, only TCG cards. So everything's updated. You can build it here in America, you can build it in Master Duel, you can build it in Dueling Book, wherever you got to build it, it is here for you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's just hop into the deck profile. You guys already know he's one of the best Zale characters of all time, one of the best rivals of all time. Everybody loves it, and everybody loves Photons and Galaxy Eyes. So let's just do it. So obviously we're going to start off with his ace, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, looking gorgeous. Then we have Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon, a great extender right there, helps you go into your rank 8s faster. Then we have Galaxy Brave right here, also helps you get into some rank 8 plays. Then we have Photon Emperor, and then we have Photon Knight. These are basically all the level 8s I added into his deck because, you know, he does a lot of rank 8 plays. Then we have Galaxy Tyranno, so I added that in there. So those are all the level 8 monsters I added in here. There's 6 of them in total. Feel free to take out whatever you don't want to use or whatever you want to swap out. And remember guys, this is an anime deck profile, so this is not competitive, so don't add, you know, don't be like, oh, why didn't you add 3 copies of this? This is an anime deck, guys, not a competitive deck. I'm building his deck from the anime, how it's built in the show, along with 1 copy of each of the new support cards in there. Unless he had a second copy in the anime or something. Then we have Galaxy Soldier, very powerful search card right there. Then we have the level 4s. We have Photon Crusher. We have Photon Vanisher, very good for searching out your ace and going for rank 4 plays. Then we have Photon Thrasher. We have Photon Orbital, also very good for searching out your Photon monsters from your deck. Then we have 2 copies of Delta Wing. This card searches out another copy of itself, which is why I have 2 copies of it. So Photon Delta Wing is in there at 2. Then we have Galaxy Wizard. We have Galaxy Cleric. This card is pretty cool. It's a Pot of Avarice. Allows you to recycle 5, shuffle it into the deck, and I think draw 2. Yeah, draw 2. It's literally just an Avarice, and it helps you reshuffle your Xyz monsters into your deck in case if you use them already, and it comes in handy for that for sure. Then we have Galaxy Summoner in there, another new support card. We have Orbital 7. You contribute it to search out a Photon monster from your deck to your hand. Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand, so you can recycle with that. We have Photon Lizard for searching. We have Photon Cerberus. I just added that in there because it will come in handy to negate traps. So you summon him, your opponent can't activate trap cards during that turn. It does come in handy, so I felt like main decking it would be useful. You can take it out if you guys feel it's unnecessary, but there it is. We have 2 copies of Mirror Sage. He had 2 copies in the anime, which is why there's 2. And then we have Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragon. And then the final one, the new support card, Galactic Karibo. This allows you to, when your opponent declares an attack, you can discard this card to the graveyard to summon your ace Photon Dragon onto the field, and then they are forced to attack the Photon Dragon, which could then trigger off Photon Dragon's effect to banish and do, you know, its own shenanigans. But this is a very good card, very powerful. It's awesome too because it redirects the attack, which is great. It allows you to just crash right into Photon and whatnot. But yeah, so that is the main deck monsters right there. Very good stuff. I'm going to get into the spell cards. For the spell cards, we have Axel Light, we have Galaxy Expedition, we have Galaxy Zero, we have a new card, Galaxy 100. Then we have Numbers Last Hope. I don't have this card, I had to print it out, but it is out in the TCG, so you guys can build it. It helps you bring out 2, I think, Galaxy monsters from your graveyard, so you can perform an Xyz summon. So it allows you to do all that. Yeah, it literally allows you to bring out monsters from your graveyard so you can Xyz summon. Then we got Photon Hand, good for stealing your opponent's cards, stealing their souls, a very good reference to the anime right there. Then we have Photon Stream of Destruction, the signature support attack support card to Photon Dragon. That's his signature move, Photon Stream of Destruction. You can banish any card on the field with that, and it's a quick play. Then we have Photon Lead. And then we have a message in a bottle. You can use this to help you go into your Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. And then we have Galaxy Queen's Knight. So in the anime, he has a spell card called Upshift, which basically has the same effect as this. It's slightly different, but they made a new one for some reason for Kaito. So I decided to add this card in here. This is a real card. It's in the TCG. It's a very old Zale card, but it literally has the same exact effect of Upshift. So I added it in here so you can do the message in a bottle play in the TCG, you know, with this card, Galaxy Queen's Light. So, and that'll help you go into Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon a little easier with that. Then we have Book of Moon. Monster Reborn, and we have Polymerization to go for your Photon Twin Lizard. And that is it right there for the spells. Alright, next for the trap cards, we have the trap card Luminize. We have Eternal Galaxy for rank up plays. We have Photon Time Stop. And then we have a Photon Change. That's it for the traps. He never had that. He has a lot of traps in the anime, but they never made them. So he has very minimal traps to use in the TCG. All these cards are basically new, so there's just not much to use for him. They mostly printed a lot of his spells and monsters. So hopefully they make more of his anime traps, you know, in future Battles of Legends or Anime Chronicle sets, Animation Chronicles, but we'll see. But yeah, those are the traps right there, and that makes 40 cards. Alright, next for the extra deck, we have the only fusion he has, Twin Photon Lizard. This is a pretty cool card though, just because you get to fuse any 2 photons and then tribute it to summon its fusion material. So you can do Photon Dragon and another photon, then tribute it off to summon Photon Dragon onto the field with, you know, your other material too. So it's pretty cool. I actually really like this card. But yeah, there's Photon Lizard. Then for the Xyz monsters, we'll do the rank 4s first. We'll start with Starliege Lord Galaxion to bring out your ace, Photon Dragon from your hand or deck. Then we have Galaxy Photon Dragon, a new one. This card is really cool. It allows you to either add or send to the graveyard 1 Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to the graveyard or to your hand, which is really cool. A really good effect, a good search effect, or setting up your graveyard. Then we have Starliege Photon Dragon. This card is really great, has a very good protection effect, protecting all your monsters with 2,000 or more attack from being targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So this card is really good, comes in handy for protecting his higher leveled monsters. If you can find a way to increase his own attack by 200 to make it 2,000 because he has 18, then he would protect himself too, but he's just under 2,000, so he doesn't protect himself, he protects everyone else. But if you can just power him up just a little bit somehow, then you're able to do that. I think with Galaxy Photon Dragon you can do that. Other light monsters you control gain 500 attack, that's its first effect. So if you have both of these on the field, he'll gain 500 because of this, and then he'll protect the both of them from being targeted or destroyed by card effects. So that could be a cool little combo if you're able to pull both of them off at the same time. Then for the last rank 4, we have Starliege Paladinimo, a great way to get over some really annoying effects. It negates a monster effect and drops it to 0. Which then we have Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. This card can be hard to summon sometimes, but when you do, it's definitely worth it, negating everything, attacking 3 times, and going crazy. Then we have number 90 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. I don't own this card. I had to print it out because I haven't bought it yet. But this card's really good too. This is another number monster that was never used in the anime or in the manga, and its effect works really well with anime Kaito's deck. Very well, and it makes more sense with his extra deck too, because he has a lot of these Photon Lord cards and, well, yeah, like Paladinimo, Starliege Lord, and stuff like that. So he has those warrior looking ones as well. So it fits more thematically with his anime deck, more so than his manga deck. And once again, not all 100 numbers were actually printed, or were actually shown in the manga or the anime. Some of them were used in the anime, some of them were used in the manga. But we never got to see all of them, so some of them they're still printing out to this day. I think they're almost done. If not, they're done now. I don't think they're done yet. They're almost done. So this one would fit more properly in with the manga. The anime Kaito from Zale. And then finally, for the last two cards, we have number 62 Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. You know him, you love him, he's very strong. And finally, his new evolution, Chaos number 62 Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. Very beefy card. I will read this card just because why not? He's a very powerful card. His effect is that you can detach a material so that he can attack, make 3 attacks on monsters during the battle phase, which is good. So you can do some multi-Ks, and then if you have your ace, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, I think as material. Yeah, if you have the original ace as material, then it'll gain these last two effects, which is unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, so that's very powerful. And then he'll gain attack equal to the combined level and ranks of all of its materials times 300. So typically, if you go for Prime Photon, you'll have Prime Photon 2 level 8, so that's 3. You do 8 times 3, that's 24. He'll gain 24, so he'll be at 6400 attack, and he's unaffected by monster effects, and he can attack 3 times. So very powerful card, very hard to get over. Obviously, you can get over it with spells and traps. But a lot of effects nowadays are mostly monster effects that do that kind of stuff, so it's a lot harder to come by cards, future anime characters that like pop with spells and traps. Most of them pops with monster effects, so the fact that he's unaffected, it's a lot harder to get over. Obviously you can, there's ways to do it, and spells and traps are the best way to do it, but if you don't have that, it's gonna be tough to get over that for some future anime decks. Alright, but that is it for the extra deck. Next, for the side deck, you don't really need to tap into your side deck all that much, but if you want to, you can. We have Galaxy Knight, the second copy that he has from the anime. He has Photon Kaiser. You can add a second copy of this card too. I just couldn't find mine, but you can add a second copy of this too, because he searches out another copy of himself or special summons another copy of himself. The second Photon Lizard that he had from the anime, so he had a second copy in the anime. He had Photon Slasher, then he has Shining Angel, Photon Chargeman, Overlay Sentinel, Photon Pirate, Curry Photon, and Photon Satellite. And then the Ritual Monster Paladin Photon Dragon. Then the spell card Numeron Creation. This only works if you have like 3 or more dragons with 3000 or more attacks, so it's a lot harder to pull this card off, so I put it in the side deck, but you can get it off if you want to. It's just harder to do so. Then we have one copy of MST, we have Xyz Double Back, and then we have Luminous Dragon Ritual. So that's pretty much the side deck. Very simple right there. And then real quick, I just want to make a quick mention of these 2 cards. So you might be wondering, hold on, where's Galaxy Trance, where's Galaxy Eye Solar Flare Dragon? So let me explain my reasons why I didn't add it into my deck. So these are the 2 cards right here. I did not add these into his deck. The reason why is because obviously Solar Flare is a Link monster, and he's from the Zale era when Link monsters didn't exist, so it wouldn't make sense for him to have this card for me. Now you guys can add it if you want, you don't have to listen to me. This is how I build my deck and why I'm building it my way. But if you guys want to build it your way and it's a strong card and you want to add it and it works with the deck and it's still in theme for you, add it. Like, I'm not saying you can't add it. This is my version of the deck, but you can take my version and then make whatever changes you want to it to make it your own. So feel free to do that. I didn't add this because it's a Link monster and he's not from the Reigns era, so it wouldn't really make any sense. Over the years, they were making a lot of Link monsters for all the older archetypes because of the Master Rule 4 controversy, or was it Master Rule 5? I think it was Master Rule 4. But that was back when, you couldn't summon all your extra deck monsters unless there were Link arrows attached to it, making extra monster zones. So they had to make one for like each of the older archetypes just to make the decks function. But then they erased that rule and made it so you can summon all of them from the extra deck except other Link monsters. For that, you would need other Link arrows. So they kind of, backtracked it, and now they made these links for no reason when they could have made this into a cool Xyz monster and whatnot. And then I didn't add Trance in there because obviously in the artwork, Solar Flare is literally right there, and for me personally, that would bother me. It's just me. It doesn't have to bother you. Add it. It's fine. You can add whatever you want, take out whatever you want, change whatever you want. So just add it if you feel these 2 cards fit and you want to add it. Go ahead. For me, I didn't add them because that's how I feel about these 2 cards, because this is a link, and this, and the link is actually in the artwork, which just kind of throws me off, and I just don't like it. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck profile right there for you guys. That is Kaito Tenjo, updated in 2024, July of 2024. That's Kaito Tenjo. I hope you guys enjoyed. God bless you guys. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next deck profile, which is going to be the Shun Kurosaki updated deck profile for 2024 TCG, and then I will do Utel. So look forward to those guys right there. A lot of XC's users coming up, which is cool. But yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless. Gotcha. Peace.